Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Atmospherians, a novel by Alex Mcelroy. Read by Emily Tremaine. Part 1. 1. The men were outside my building, 4 of them, ruddy, dressed in camouflage shorts, hooded sweatshirts bulging over their bellies. They were hairy and amphibian-eyed, their skin styrofoam white, banana-thick fingers waving homemade signs. On one was a pixelated printout of my face, centered inside the crosshairs of a rifle. Justice for Lucas Devry, and Register Her, in wet red paint, hopefully paint, were smeared across the others. The death threats had begun 2 weeks ago. Emails and phone calls and scissor-snipped letters. These men, though, were the first to show up in person. I blanched at the first sight of them. Instead of making myself available to them, I should have stayed inside. That was the right thing to do. The safe thing to do. But a night drinking vodka alone on my couch had buried a spike in my skull, and the next morning I needed a coffee. It was February in Hoboken. Winter had sunk its fingers deep into the month. I left the building in my bulkiest clothes. Black parka and jeans, no makeup, sunglasses, hair bullied inside a beanie, hoping the men wouldn't recognize me. Of course, they swarmed me on the sidewalk, shouting, "Murderer! Nazi! Misandrist! Hag!" and "Fancy lady!" which hovered uncomfortably close to a compliment. I sprinted across the street without looking and was nearly flattened by a mail truck. The men trailed me into the nearest coffee shop. They huddled at the door, pointing me out to the entering customers. "See that woman? In black? Dark brown hair? She's the woman who murdered Lucas Devry." The cashier said, "He was a pastor." The cashier said, "A father of 3. The cashier said, "A man of goodness and God." I said, "Nothing." The cashier wouldn't serve me. The men chased me back to my building, but paused at the entrance like dogs barking at the edge of a cliff. I collapsed onto my couch. My phone buzzed in my parka pocket. Another threat, I figured, but my boss's name showed on the screen. "We love you, Sasha," she said. "You're a model employee."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?